What's good with the BlakGooseTV family, man? It's been a different type of night tonight, and I'm gonna be 100% with y'all. I got no idea what that even means. So with that being said, we got a reaction video coming up, man. We about to finna watch Andy Ruiz putting in that work on the mitts. Apparently, he's looking absolutely, what I'm saying, quick. He's looking fast. He's looking flash with the hands. He's in the best shape he's ever been. He's looking slim. He's looking trim. He's killing the game, you know what I'm saying? On the Reaper side of the grim. You like how I did that, right? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we finna react to this. I'm very excited to see the new combos that he's putting in place. He has a very hard opponent coming up with Luis Ortiz. That's actually one of the biggest fights that I'm looking forward to when it comes to the August month. But we have a lot of fights, but the most important one is Adrian Broner, of course. I've already talked about that. Y'all can check out that video. But right behind that is definitely Luis Ortiz versus Andy Ruiz. That's going to be fireworks, and we're going to see how he's looking. So that's what we're here for. I don't know what's finna go on when it comes to this particular video, but I'm hoping for some fireworks. As always, man, like the video, subscribe to the channel, show some love, comment. Don't be scared to voice your opinion, because, you know what I'm saying, I really don't care, man. I'm not offended. You know what I'm saying? We always going to react to them. Fluence Fridays, we always react to y'all comments. It don't matter how crazy you get. We going to make sure y'all know how I feel. So let's get it for this reaction. Practicing. Okay, looking fast. Uno, en la segunda lo quita y left hook. He gonna have to be careful though, man. Don't be boxing with Luis. How y'all feel about the speed? How y'all feel about the shape he looks? You feel like he looks in the best shape he's ever been? I'm assuming this is probably way later in the training session. He was definitely going crazy when he talked about all the combinations and he's done with the combinations. He's resting. He looks in good shape. I don't know if he looks as good a shape as he was in the Areola fight, but I felt like he lost some power losing some of that weight. So I'm gonna turn this down a little bit because I'm gonna talk to the people while we watch this, right? So how do you guys feel about this fight? Excuse me, how do you guys feel about this particular video, man? Do you guys feel like you're seeing anything different from Andy Ruiz? Because when I think about the video that I reacted to, I'm pretty sure it was yesterday. Ruiz said, we're going to be working more of the combinations. We're coming crazy with the combinations. We're coming crazy with the combinations. We're showing something different. You know what I'm saying? We coming with the jab. We coming with the overhand right. Then we maybe switching it up. And of course, you have to give everything the benefit of the doubt. I hate criticizing boxers' work because I understand you could be filming a certain point of their training session where literally it could be the end of their training session and we're just working on certain combinations. There's a reason why we're doing this drill. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm one of the, I'm one of those guys who I hate it when I see like, YouTubers criticizing like heavy bag work from pros. It's like, you don't know what's going on during that time. You don't know how much time they put in the gym. Like, you don't know what's the reason behind why they're doing what they're doing. Like, you can't, like, boxing isn't always fundamental. And I hate when people try to make it that way. And I talked about this in the other, I can't remember which video I did, but I was just basing like, y'all want to make it seem like it's such a sweet science and you got to keep your hands up at all times and elbows tight. And if you don't, it's like, yes, that is part of the game, but also you got to understand there are athletic freaks. There are people who are gifted and there are people who are gifted for certain things and that they can glide around that. And that's a possibility. So stop criticizing everything as if this is one of the sacred sports. It's not, nigga. At the end of the day, being an athlete will help, you know what I'm saying? Be athletic. There's certain things they're playing. So anyways, watching this, the real question is, do you see anything different from Andy Ruiz in the, when he was training with Eddie Reynoso? Because he was saying he was working on a whole lot more combinations, but at the same time, I'm not really sure what point in this training is going on. Me personally, just from what I'm seeing, I'm going to say he looks similar to how he was looking with the Eddie Reynoso camp. I honestly think his combinations look a little bit more simpler, but at the same time, that I can't really get much from just this little clip. So that's just me doing a quick analyst. I think he looks in great shape. I think he looks in similar shape right now coming into this Luis Ortiz fight that he did for the Chris Arreola fight. Obviously, we're still, about a month out, a little bit more than a month. So obviously he can still, continue to work on that and build on that. But at the end of the day, I'm going to stand behind the fact that he's going to have Luis Ortiz is different. I think Luis Ortiz in the beginning, first 2 rounds, I think he may get touched and he might be surprised. But I think when he slows things down, I think he's going to be able to outbox Andy Ruiz. We saw Joshua be able to do it. And he was surprised in the first fight by it because that's at the same time, that's when Joshua still was able to bully people, or at least believed in his bulliness. I think he's going to bring that back against Alexander Usyk in the second fight. But he came out, he thought he was going to bully Ruiz, and it didn't work. Ortiz is not going to come out and try to bully Ruiz. He's going to come out and he's going to try a box. But he's going to have to be very careful in the first 2 rounds. But I definitely have a lot of faith in Ortiz in this fight. For some reason, even though, he's a lot older, he's a lot more weathered. I think Ruiz is catching him at the right time, the perfect time for him to be able to, really make a name for himself. But at the end of the day, I just don't think Ortiz is out of there just yet. I just don't think he's out of there just yet. I think Ruiz is a much better fighter than Charles Martin. But I think Martin was able to catch Ortiz because of the fact that he was also a southpaw. And I don't think Ortiz was necessarily used to that angle of punching. But that's an excuse. But at the end of the day, I got some faith in Ortiz. And if Ruiz end up, doing, short work of Ortiz, or if he ends up winning Chris Arreola style, I'm going to be very, very impressed. And I think Ruiz is moving on up. But the reason, I guess, and I like these combinations I'm seeing now here from him. That's what he was talking about, using that overhand right. And he's thinking about, he thinks that's going to be able to land over Ortiz. And the reason why is because you're talking about a southpaw. So if you're talking about an orthodox fighter, I'm scoring here. I'm doing the double jab, right? 1, 2. I'm throwing that overhand right quick, right? I switch it on the southpaw. I'm throwing the jab, which a lot of times Ortiz likes to fight behind. I'm throwing that jab. He's hoping, Andy Ruiz is hoping maybe Ortiz, after the jab, he's loading up either on his own hook, uppercut, or to the body. And he's probably hoping that he's going to be a lot faster where he can distribute, he's going to interrupt, where Ortiz on the southpaw side of the game, boom, boom. And I think of Ruiz over here on the orthodox, he already maybe threw a jab, and there's that, you see, and then there's that combo, overhand right. But Ortiz is setting up a double jab, so one jab, boom, and that's when the overhand right comes, when he's getting ready to set something up, and he's hoping that's going to catch Ortiz, and he's fast enough to do that, young enough to do that, he's explosive enough to do that. And hopefully, guys, you got to understand what I'm just saying. But a lot of these combinations, you can see they're all working off of, and you see how his trainer is also fighting in southpaw this entire time. A lot of you guys probably didn't notice that. A lot of you guys probably did. But at the end, I really liked how they picked it up. I really liked how they picked up, what they were doing. They really picked up the notion. They really picked up the speed. That's in the beginning, it seemed like they were filling each other out. So I do see the difference. I do see a lot more combinations right here in comparison to when he was working with Eddie Reynoso. Eddie Reynoso, as we can see with Canelo, he's not necessarily combination heavy. He's more so setting up the big shot. Where here you can see Andy Ruiz, he's really working on some nice combinations that are fluid, coming over the top, and maybe can take advantage of his opponent's weaknesses. So I think it's going to be a great fight. What do you guys think about this? I still got Luis Ortiz. Maybe I'm just a little bit too much of a Luis Ortiz fanboy, or Deontay Wilder fanboy, whatever the case is. But I think it's going to be a good fight. I want to be surprised if Ruiz can win. What do you guys think? Let me know your opinion. As always, love y'all. Subscribe to the channel if you're not part of the family. Like the video. And as always, comment on this motherfucker, man. Don't be scared, man. We out here on Sports Nigga Side of the Game. I'll be back. More boxing. Stay blessed, not stressed.